Are you just now coming back into baseball card collecting? Well, here's some quick tips. Happy hobby, I'm David Gonitz, and once again, if you're a sports card collector and you're working with a limited budget, that's what we do here. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Wait till the end, though. You don't have to subscribe right now. Wait till the end. Make sure it's worth your while. Today, 7 quick tips for baseball card collectors that are returning to the hobby after many years. Now, this comes on the heels of 2 things. One, I've had a lot of subscribers in the past 3 to 4 months. My channel's got a lot more subscribers. So what that means is they haven't heard me talk about stuff like this because they haven't looked at the old videos. They weren't here like many of you have already been here. So I want to go over some of those. 2, Mack, who was a co-worker of mine at CBSSports.com, he was the other fantasy baseball writer. We were both the 2 senior fantasy baseball writers. So we were like partners in crime, basically, and nobody knows baseball like Mack. And I mean that. He is not just necessarily from like the names or history or anything like that, but he knows the game of baseball. Nobody knows it better than him. And he's also one of the best guys at knowing what to see in young players. So he texted me the other day saying he got the bug. He saw my video about the Topps jumbo box, the 2024 Topps jumbo box that I opened, and he got the bug. So he started buying some cards. That, of course, led to wanting to buy more cards. He's got a young boy named Chase that he's trying to get interested. Of course, Chase is knocking stuff down to get to the Pokemon cards. Regardless, Mack is his nickname. Mack is back into collecting baseball cards. So he was texting me asking different questions, and I was telling him, hey, don't do this. Hey, make sure you do this and all that. So I thought, you know what? This is a good refresher video that I could post here. Now, if you're one of my older viewers, one of my viewers that have been here for a while, I need you to stick around to the end because I need your help. I want you to share some tips also in the comments, maybe ones that I didn't hit, because there certainly are a lot of things new and returning collectors can learn, and I'd love for you to share that in the comments below. So the first tip, inserts are not as cool as they used to be. They just aren't. Back when we were collecting in the junk wax days, inserts were brand new. Rookie sensations, like those cards were awesome to get, like really cool. The 1,000-yard rushers, you only got one in a pack. They were so cool to get. It's not a big deal now. It's all about the rookie card, specifically the true rookie card and the parallels and all that good stuff. But inserts aren't as big of a deal. Short prints are a very big deal. Now, those could be considered inserts, but those are very big deals. You definitely want to hold on to short prints that you do get, especially if it's a rookie card. Those are guys that will have some value. Those are cards that will have some value at some point, as long as that rookie ends up being pretty good. My second tip is catchers. They're not really that collectible. They just aren't. I don't know what it is. It's like they're like the offensive linemen for football. They're just not that collectible. Maybe it's because they're wearing a mask. They're not as visible as the other players. Maybe it's because their defense is valuable enough that their offense can be bad and it doesn't really matter. So catchers get pulled down a little bit. Also, I think it might be because good catchers sometimes don't get to the majors until they're like 24, 25, 26 years old. So that brings me to number 3. Age makes a big difference when you're talking about prospects in baseball. So Josh Young just turned 26 years old. Last year was his rookie card. 2023 Series 2 was Josh Young's rookie card, his true rookie card. Well, Jordan Walker, his true rookie card was also Topps Series 2 last year. He's just 21 years old. So both of them are from that same 2023 rookie class, but they're about 5 years apart, a little under 5 years apart. So Jordan Walker has a much better chance at tacking on those counting stats for someday possibly being in the Hall of Fame. It's very early to be talking about either of those guys for the Hall of Fame. Number 4, pitchers aren't really that collectible. I got no reasoning on that. My guess is because pitching just isn't sexy, and pitchers pitch once every 5 days. Don't even think about closers or middle relievers. That's a whole different. Pitchers just in general really aren't that collectible. If they pitch and they hit like Shohei, it's a whole different story. Number 5, if you get a thick card like a relic or a patch or one of these things, there are thick penny sleeves and thick top loaders you can get to put those cards into. So don't try to jam them into a smaller penny sleeve or a smaller top loader. Just wait till you get the thick ones. And if you go to my website, davidgonitz.com, I have a list of the 21 collecting supplies that everyone should have. And you can find a link to those top loaders, the thick ones I'm talking about. Number 6, PSA 8 cards or SGC 8 cards are generally about as valuable as a raw card. So if you have a raw card and you don't think it's a gem mint 10, or if you think it's just a little off center and maybe it's a 9, anything below that for newer cards we're talking about, it's probably just as valuable if you sold it raw. It's probably a better idea to sell it raw because then you didn't pay for the grading fees to get it graded. But people are generally not trying to get PSA 8s or SGC 8s of newer cards. Number 7, PSA 10 cards used to be much more valuable in relation to the other values around it. Lately, with so many cards being graded and the specials and all this, there's a lot more graded cards out there, especially a lot more PSA 10s and PSA 9s or SGC 10s and 9s, that these cards are in abundance. So anybody looking to buy that card, rather than buying the raw card, look up the prices of the PSA 10s and you might be surprised at how cheap they are. Number 8, scarcity trumps everything. Now, it has to be a decent player for a scarce card to be worth something, but even a 1 of 1, a superfractor in tops, a 1 of 1 is still worth something, even if it's not really a good player at all. 1 of 1, super scarce. There's just one. So that's more valuable. But other cards, like say you get 1 of 10 or 1 of 25, those are valuable. It doesn't have to be his true rookie card. A lot of times you can get second, third year players. If they're superstars and they're that low numbered, those are still valuable cards that you want to think about. But in general, scarcity is more important than a lot of the other factors. So along with that comes with number 9, low numbered parallels and autos is what everyone's looking for. That when you buy a box of cards, that's what you're looking for. The low number parallels and the autographs. Everything else is kind of short prints are cool. Like home field advantage, stuff like that, downtowns, those are cool. Those are great. You definitely want those, but those are kind of considered short prints, really. But the low numbered parallels, especially if you get the team match, the color match, that's a big deal. Low number parallels and autographs are what we're all looking for. All right, so that's all I got. So again, to my veterans and even to the new people that are watching, maybe I said there was a tip that I didn't say that you saw recently from someone else or that you know or that you learned. Put it in the comments below. This is a community that really helps each other. We really want to build this up into something where it's a happy hobby. That's what this is all about. We want to help each other make our collections more awesome. That's a good thing. So whatever you do, make sure you have a happy hobby.
I want to learn.